Veterans Day. Veterans Day. The purpose of Veterans Day is to honor all who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces, both living and deceased. Okay, I will explain that part, so please don't get mean in the comments here, okay? I'll explain what I just read. For their patriotism, service and sacrifice for the country. Originally it was called Armistice Day to commemorate the end of World War I. In 1954, it was to honor all the American veterans. Honoring all the veterans, the day is dedicated to thanking all those who have served the military in wartime and in peacetime. The distinctions, the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Here it is, okay? So listen to the whole log before you know. This is a special day, so let's have it a good day, not a day of people arguing or warring with each other, because that goes against the purpose of what we're celebrating today. Distinction from Memorial Day. It's important to understand the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day honors all who have served, while Memorial Day is specifically for remembering and honoring those who have died in service. So what that means, if you went to war, or you were there, or I'm sorry, I don't know the exact definition, but if you died in the line of duty, you're celebrated on Memorial Day, and that's really sad. It just brings tears to my eyes to think of that. But the purpose of today, November 11th, which also began as Armistice Day on November 11th, 1919, as I said, to mark the end of World War I. What can I say about this day? First of all, I am so happy that people actually volunteer to serve. I remember as I was young and married and having my children and having one boy after another. And as you all probably well know, I mean, it started that only boys went to the military, not girls, and I don't know, I guess if you only had one son, they couldn't take it. I'd like to look all that up one day. If you know any of this, write it down in the comments, please. But anyhow, I was just so thankful and grateful that there are actually people that do that, so they wouldn't have to go back to the draft, because I thought, I don't want my children to go away and maybe not come back. So I am grateful for everyone who serves. My dad was so proud. He was a veteran. He went to all the parades and special honorings on the day and Memorial Day and everything. He put on his uniform and stood so proud and put his hand up to his forehead, how they do, and stood so tall with his chest out and just felt so much love for everyone. My dad is now gone, but when these days come by, I always remember him because he was such a proud veteran. Someday I'll tell you the Dr. Pepper story and my dad. Again, back to the beginning of my story. I was so grateful for, people that would serve, so my children wouldn't have to be, so the draft would not have to be brought back. I was just so very happy. But little did I know that one of my children and my daughter would sign up to be in the military, in the Army. My heart just broke to a million pieces. Everything that I had feared and more, I worried. How could she sign up to go when there were so many others that wanted to? How could she do it? Because she loves her country. That's why she did it. I don't know. I don't know how people do it. I'm very, very proud of my daughter. she's always been a strong-willed girl. Wasn't a girly girl as much as I tried to make her one. She had a bunch of brothers, so it was kind of hard, but I am so proud of her and all the years she's put in, and it just makes me cry. They're tears, bittersweet tears. Thank goodness she's okay. And then she married someone in the military. And if that wasn't enough for my aching heart, my other daughter, she started dating a guy in high school. I think it was maybe the end of the junior year, beginning of the senior year, and I remember her other parent didn't want her to meet, like they were going to go to meet someone in my favorite place, Panera, and he said no, and I said yes. I can't even believe I said yes. I don't know. Someone must have clonked me over the head. But I did, and I hope she remembers that day, because if it weren't for that day that I allowed her to meet the guy who later became her boyfriend, her fiancé, her husband, and the father of my grandson, Lukey, this all wouldn't have happened if I didn't say, okay. So to the other parent, well, we'll just let that go. So anyhow, there are 3, unless there's somebody I missed, that are serving, have served, and it's very hard. It's hard, you know. I when I wasn't involved, you know, when I was outside looking in, but now that I understand some more things, and I watch families on YouTube also, and you know they got to move all the time and everything. You know the kids, the poor kids, they have to go from one place to another, and you know they make friends, and then they move again, and you know this way and that. And my older daughter gave up a lot. She has 2 children, and you know have children, and she went to college, and she served her time in the army, and very, very proud. So maybe it was good she pushed back against not being that girly girl. And now she's a PE teacher. Very, very proud of her. So right now, there are 3 people in my family that are serving our country. Never thought that would be, but it is, and I'm so proud of them and everyone else. So if you see a veteran, and you might if you go to McDonald's, I know a lot of times the older guys just hang out at McDonald's, and you know, offer them a meal, do something nice. I was reading some restaurants and places give discounts or free meals to veterans. I hope this is true. If I was able to, I sure would. I'd get a whole bunch of them and buy them a meal. But for now, I just keep everyone in my prayers, and still am thankful for those that go, even if it's my own daughter. So thank you, everyone. I hope someone is treating my daughter to whatever her favorite anything is. Meal, drink, whatever. If you didn't live so far, I would for sure take you to have your favorite whatever. And then I could see my grandsons. Yes, I miss them so much. So thank you. Thank you to everyone. Hopefully this day all around the country will be full of good things, happiness, and to remember how other people went and risked their lives. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were signing up for. So all the crap that's going on in the world, if we could just forget about for this day and think of the veterans, I think that would be a wonderful thing. So for now, thank you for watching the black screen, because, you know, I tried for a whole hour. You'll see a screen at the beginning to make it the screen through the whole thing, but those who've been around know I can't edit on the phone. It doesn't fit an editing device, app, I don't know, but anyhow. I did the best I could. I acknowledge the day That is very important, and I hope you all do. If you have members in your family, maybe take them out for lunch, dinner, breakfast. Do something nice. Just remember their sacrifice, what they did for all of us. We should salute all of them today. On this day, we should express our love and our thanks for the huge sacrifice that they paid. Like I said, they went and signed up knowing what they were signing up for. They served with honor for many years and days, and I personally will never forget that. So I thank you all, family members or not. Thank you so much for all you've done. And Dad, I really, really miss you. I still see you standing so tall, so proud. But now you're gone. So thank you, everyone. I hate to do an outro, but could you just subscribe to me so I can get 1,000 subs, please? Anyhow, I hope other people put something up today, something nice, people that have, device and stuff where they could put it all nice and pretty and, whatever. But I did my little part in this, and my heart feels proud and happy, and do something nice for Veteran today. Thanks for watching. Hugs to everyone.